DeAndre shares some lessons learned from his move, Myles takes a look at how to save for the future, and Josh shares some summer survival tips.
This is the Living Young and Free Show, giving the 25 and under crowd tips, tricks, and hacks to get the most out of your money. Young and Free is a credit union movement that gives young people a voice, a head start, and useful information.
First up, we have DeAndre from Texas. DeAndre has compiled his top lessons learned from his recent move, and he's put them all together so that we can find out what we should watch for.
Thanks, Cheryl, and I'm DeAndre from YoungFreeTexas.com, and yes, on the scale of 1 to 10, moving is definitely very high up there on the scale of lameness. But I recently made a big move, and so I consider myself a bit of an expert on these things, and I just have a few tips to share with you guys. First off, make sure that you understand and know your lease. Your lease is your contract, and if you don't understand it, then you can't abide by the rules of the place that you're living in. First, when you get your lease, break it down into little bitty chunks. Basically, the reason to do this is so it's easier for you to digest. If there's still something that you don't understand, because not all of us went to law school, even though I do watch Judge Judy on the daily, ask your leasing agent. They should be able to help you out with any questions that you have. Now, if they don't want to, or they're too busy, or they don't have enough time for you, then you might want to reconsider leasing from these people, because they don't have time to help you out with this. Then are they really going to be that good of renters to you? Just a thought. Also, you want to make sure that you completely check out your space before you move in. You want to look for all the telltale signs in every single nook and cranny around the entire apartment, like water damage. That could mean that there are pipes that are leaky, cracks in the foundation, anything like that could be a sign that you might have problems with this place later on down the line. You also want to check out for rats and rodents and pests and all those things. Stuart Little is a cute little character until you wake up in the middle of the night and you see him giving you that beady little rat stare of death. Moving into a new apartment is also a great time for you to get rid of some of the clutter that is permeating your life. I know it might be hard for you to get rid of something as precious to you as a beautiful magenta sun hat, but trust me, when you move into your new apartment and you have half of the junk that you had before you moved, you will thank me. So take your beautiful magenta sun hat, throw it in the bag, and take it out to the dump. That's it for me. I'm DeAndre from YoungFreeTexas.com. I'm going to go throw this out to the dump.
Great stuff. Thanks, DeAndre. Ooh, a new hat. All right, for more information on moving tips from DeAndre, check out his blog at YoungFreeTexas.com. With the economy the way it is, a lot of Gen Yers are choosing to stay at home longer with their parents in order to try to save money. But while they're lowering their expenses, they're upping their spending and finding that they're not getting anywhere. Myles is in a similar situation, living at home with his parents. He's low on expenses, but he has a good salary coming in. He's put together some great tips on how to save for the future and take advantage of a good situation.
See, right now I'm living at home with my awesome parents who are the best. If I suck up, I might get to stay longer. So ideally, what you would like to do is take all of that money that you would be spending and save it in either a savings account or a jar. Swish swish, money in the bank. Here's a few examples of some common things you can do to save some money. To make this bowl of cereal, I needed to buy a box of cereal, which was $7, then of course milk, which was $3. But, because my parents still feed me, I can take that $10 that I didn't have to spend on ingredients and save it.
I don't have to pay for gas this year either, because I'm doing this sweet peas gig. So, every time I fill up at the pump, I could take that amount of money and save it. Usually it costs me $40 to fill up, so every time I fill up, just save $40 of my own. Or you can always just learn to siphon gas and do it that way.
I don't have to pay for phone, cable, internet, or utilities. Altogether, those would probably add up to roughly about $300 a month.
So, if I save up all this money every month, I'll save about $350 that I can put in a jar or in savings. Multiply that by 12 months and I would have, carry the $4,200.
So remember, any money that you would be spending anyways, if you didn't have a great job and totally awesome parents, you put directly into your savings. Back to you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Myles. Wonder if I can move back home with my parents. Summer's finally here and you're going to be hanging out with your friends. It seems inevitable that you're going to be spending money. Josh has put together some summer survival tips on how to cut costs so that at the end of the summer you have a little bit more to show than a sunburn.
Hey everybody, it's me Josh, and I've got some easy ways for you to save some money this summer, starting with these super stylish and super cheap sunglasses I got at the local drugstore for about $3. But cheap sunglasses are just the beginning. If you're headed out for the day, don't forget to turn up your thermostat or just turn it off completely to help save some money on your electricity bill. You can cancel your gym subscription and stop going to the tanning bed by just playing outside for about an hour a day. Get an early start on your winter wardrobe by digging through clearance racks at department stores. Sometimes you can find stuff for up to 80% off. If you need to go somewhere nearby, you don't necessarily have to take your car. You should walk instead, or ride your bicycle. Instead of buying lots of bottled water this summer, you can use a reusable plastic bottle and tap water to save lots of money. If you take some frozen fruit, add about half a carton of yogurt. Wow, that's a lot of yogurt. And top it off with some delicious ice. You can make your own fruit smoothie. If you have a blender, you can make your own iced coffee and milkshakes throughout the summer to save even more money. Cheers! Wow, that is yogurty. Alright folks, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to keep an eye out for free events and concerts throughout the summer to help you save even more money. Now back to Cheryl in Canada, eh?
And then I was like, of course I carry my own personal syrup container around. What am I, not Canadian? I know, eh? Oh, hey. Well, great. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for that contribution. Those were some great summer tips. That's our show. Join us next time for more great tips, tricks, and hacks on how to make the most of your money.